All right, you guys, it is time to rise and thrive. It is Monday. This is a live podcast coming to you every Monday, 12 p.m. ish Central Time, to bring you info about real estate and all things real estate related and artificial intelligence, anything about faith, family, finances, and fitness. Hello, Paul.
Hello. How
Yeah,
is it going?
wonderful, of course. We're going to keep it short for you guys today, but there's a topic that we're going to address. Thinking where this fits in. I'm going to think this fits into the finances category because in the real estate world, for the most part, and it's always kind of been for the years, the history of real estate, in order to have finances in real estate, you have to have real estate sales, transactions. That's how real estate agents make money. They're mostly not on salaries, they're on commission. It's a commission based income, right? So, in the world of real estate, where we've seen a dramatic shift in number of transactions since 2022, things have changed, things have evolved. But really, 15 plus years ago, the real estate industry changed as a whole when the cloud based brokerage came out, the rev share model. EXP pioneered it and has been going strong all this time, 90,000 agents plus. So clearly the model works, right? You've had other companies that have come in and opened up, Real being one of them. Real, I think, is on year 11 or 12 right now. I think they're at about 30,000 agents, same concept. Then you have a couple of other companies come in. I'm really not going to name them because I don't think it's the same model. And then you have Realty of America, the newest cloud-based rev share model that came out in September of 2024. So not even 2 years old yet. We're over 3,000 agents. We're in more than 19 states. We'll be in, I don't even know how many by the end of this year, just depending on the market. But what has happened is, and I'm very vocal about this, anyone that knows me knows that I don't have a filter. And when I'm passionate about something, I get even more vocal about it. And sometimes I just don't understand real estate agents. I don't understand broker. I am a broker. I've been doing this for 23 years. I've had my own brokerage, so I know that model. I've been at Keller Williams, Remax, Coldwell Banker, Gary Green, a discount broker, EXP Real, and now we are with Realty of America. So I've been around the block a little bit, and I've been a lender. I was a lender for 6 years. So kind of done all of those things. Sold 100 homes a year, done all of that too. And I've run a team now since 2018. So when I get passionate about something, it's because there's substance to it. And I hear through the grapevine that there's a couple of people in the industry that are, their feathers are a little bit ruffled right now about something that I said yesterday on social media. You see, there's a lot of people that are paying attention to social media. And I say you have to pay attention to who you're paying attention to. But there's a lot of people that are paying attention to people on social media for the wrong reasons. I get on here and I just tell the truth. And I tell it exactly as I see it. You may not always agree with me, and that's okay. You may agree with me, and that's also okay. So I made a statement yesterday because here's the deal. When there's so much like negativity, or people try to spin negativity around the rev share model and the cloud-based brokerage model, that they don't have offices, they don't train their agents, and their agents are orphans, their agents are non-producers, all these things, that all of which are untrue. We do have offices, we have a bunch of producers, and really if you look at EXP, the company with 90,000 agents, if you put them side by side, probably with all these other franchise models, and most certainly the independent brokerage model, EXP will smoke them. There's nothing but top producing teams in that company. You won't find those in independent brokerage. They don't have them. No independent team or no top producing team is going to go there. Why would you? If you don't understand, and I made this comment yesterday about, there's brokers out there that talk about their training. And I love that there's brokers that actually train if it's relevant information that they're giving their agents. If they know what they're talking about, or they're bringing someone in at least that can train agents on how to be a top producer. Like, what is it required right now to be in the 1%? Because it's a lot. And when you look at the stats, and there's 90% of the real estate population that don't even transact pretty much, something's not right. So someone's training's failing. Okay. So I made a comment about this training yesterday because there's brokers that are posting their trainings and their workshops, they're calling them, and things like that. And yet they are talking about the agents, that they're helping these agents, and these agents are helping them grow their company, which, that is also called recruiting, when you're using your agents to help you grow your company. But what they don't talk to you guys in the public about is who benefits when these independent brokerages grow. And I won't say their names, but there's several. One starts with a C, one starts with actually a couple that start with the C, there's one that starts with a J. I can go on and on. If you look at the list of independent brokerages, and this is just in Houston alone, there's a lot. At the end of the day, if I'm an agent at ABC Realty, and the ABC Realty is just a local company here, and I'm helping grow ABC Realty, and I bring on 10 agents that I love and I want them to come work with me at ABC Realty, and we all sell and we transact and we train and we do all these things to grow the company, who benefits from at ABC Realty?
You do.
Not me. Paul, who benefits in that model?
The broker, the founder.
The owner of ABC Realty. That's the model that's been around since the beginning of time, right? And then you have franchise models. But at the end of the day, who benefits in any of those models, whether it's independent or franchise? So the big names like Keller Williams, Gary Green, those are the franchise models, okay? Then you have the independents, the ABC Realties. And then you have the cloud-based brokerages, eXp, Real, and Realty of America. Those are just the three that I'm going to name. When you look at those, there is only one model where the agent actually benefits from, number one, being trained at a high level and producing, selling homes, and number two, helping grow the company. That's it. Yet these other companies, these ABC Realties and these franchises, they charge fees. So a lot of these ABC Realties, they're transactional. So they're like, well, it's just a transaction fee when you come here, or it's a transaction fee in monthly dues. I know, I had one of them. They're not profitable, especially when the market's down and no one's selling. But at the end of the day, that income, that revenue generated goes to the owner, because I was one, just goes to the owner. The other model, the franchise model, that in the independents that have a split structure in place, and they all do, it's 80-20, 90-10, 96-4, 95-5, 70-30. Like, they're all different models, but there's a split structure in place. That money, whether it's 20%, 25%, whatever it is that goes to the company generated dollars, where do you think it goes? It goes to the freaking owner. Okay. So you, the individual agent or team leader or whatever you are, associate broker that's helping grow that company, you're never going to benefit financially from helping grow the company. You're not. And that's okay, because that's the way the model's been forever, until 15 years ago, when Glenn Sanford was like, hey, why is it the agents can't get rewarded? Why don't we cut down some of the expenses of the model and stop having brick and mortars and stop having all this, so that the 20% or 15% or whatever it is, actually some of it goes back to the agents that are helping grow the company. What's wrong with that model? Let's try it. He did. It won. 15 years later, here we are. Well, there's brokers out there that are, I've heard, that have a problem with me saying this publicly, because the fact is that you can go and train agents all day long to become top producers. But at the end of the day, the agents cannot and will not earn shares, ownership in the ABC Realties and these other companies. They won't. The model's not set up for that way, nor are they compensated or awarded or rewarded, whatever word you choose to use, for helping grow the company monthly by revenue share, which again is what eXp created over 15 years ago. And the other models have duplicated that, which is what we do. Jump in, Paul. I'm fired up with this.
It's absolutely something to be fired up about, because out of the over 5 years that I've been in the real estate space, I've learned a lot, and I've seen and I've talked to a lot of different people. And the one thing that every person that I've talked to that's been in the industry for more than 10 years, which is a lot of them, they've all said the same thing. I don't want to do transactions like every day until I die. And they've all said that when I am done selling homes, I'm broke. And a lot of those people that we've had those conversations with have been part of independent brokerages that literally just see themselves on the hamster wheel. And it's once they stop, they stop. The only thing they look forward to is whatever they saved up or uh, uh, their senior citizens, like hitting 65 or whatever. But when I walked into this space, the only thing that I knew was what the EXP, the Real, and the Realty of Americas bring. And it doesn't make any sense to me to see it any other way, because when you're being part of an organization that you're giving your money to, you're giving your revenue, whether it be 5%, whether it be a transaction fee, whether it be 10%, 20% of whatever you're giving to that organization, that organization then should provide something to you. Now, some places they provide you with a tech stack, they provide you with office space, they provide you with all these things, which are great as long as you're producing transactions. But what happens when you stop? There's nothing. Like, you're not paying into nothing, therefore you're not receiving anything. But when you're part of a cloud-based brokerage or a revenue share brokerage, they are a publicly traded company, or they are going to become a publicly traded company. And when you pay your revenue that you worked hard for into that model, they reward you with an opportunity to purchase stock in the company. And if you're joining that organization that is basically not in debt, or if they are profitable as far as the global investor space is concerned, then those shares will continuously go up. So if you're awarded shares for every transaction that you close, then over time that will compound upon itself, and the shares will go up, and you will have more money to retire on. And if you have a passion for training agents, by you bringing on agents, you don't have to sit there and go create ABC group within your organization. You can literally have a passion for training agents, and the more you train them, the more that you guys make together. And if you want to provide resources for those agents, you are incentivized to do so. So it just doesn't make sense to me, I guess, is the fairest way for me to get at it, because it's like if you're putting your money in a bucket, if you're putting your money in a bucket at, say, a brokerage that doesn't offer you anything but a desk and a chair and a computer, there's holes in the bucket that you're putting your money into. But if you're putting your money into a bucket that is offering you tech, they're offering you shares in the company, and they're offering you revenue from the more that you produce, or the people that you're educating and bringing on and getting them to be like you, if not better, then I believe that you've filled a lot of those holes in those buckets, and you stand in a better space to be financially free.
You guys, like, I'm a big believer in training. I get up every single day and I train agents pretty much 7 days a week, because I have Paul and I run a morning community at 8:30 every morning live. And then on the weekends, I'm on listing appointments with our agents, and I'm on calls all weekend long with agents, running numbers and all of this stuff. So I'm a big believer in training agents at a high level. I believe that they need to be. And I salute the other brokers that are out there doing it and doing it the right way, because they want to better the industry and better their company. I'm not knocking that at all. What I said yesterday that seems to be offensive to some is that, why, as a real estate agent, would you go to an ABC Realty for training and give up 20%, 30%, whatever that is, that amount that you're paying into the company, when you could go to another company, the way of the future, and earn shares of our ownership in the company? And I say this from experience. I'm not just talking out my butt like I don't know what I'm talking about. I was at EXP for 5.5 years. During that time, I at one point had almost $1 million in stock. $1 million in stock. Okay. And then, of course, the stock went down and there was a stock split and I didn't make some right decisions and I lost almost every bit of it. I then built it back up to over $200,000. And then I was at Real, did the same thing. So I don't need to tell you guys how much I earned in stock there. It's no one's business. But what I did do was secure a financial situation for myself, my family, our company based on shares. And how did I get those shares? I got those shares because I sell a lot of homes. And so at each one of these companies, there's a tier system. You get a certain amount of shares every time you invite someone into the company and they transact. You get a certain amount of shares every time you cap, meaning you sell a certain amount of homes. And then you get another certain amount of shares when you like cap again, when you make this reward back. The company rewards you with ownership shares of the company, right? So as the value of that company increases, the stock shares, their value increases. So when you have 20, 30,000 shares of stock or 10,000, whatever it can be, regardless, it's something that ABC Realty will never give you because they don't have it. Therefore, if you're an agent and you are going to give up 20% of your revenue in the form of a split or 15%, whatever, why would you not go to a company or even look at a company that offers you the money back? Because the way that it's structured is we believe that, and if you look at the teams and the agents that go to the revenue share model, they're growers, they're builders. Like, why am I going to go be part of something that I can't help build? Why am I going to go be part of something that I can't have future investments in? Why when there's another option?
And
And
I'll tell you something else. Let's just say hypothetically, now we're talking to the agents, but let's talk to the brokers that that are part of these brokerages that are really, and I mean honestly and truthfully, if you only know one way, then one way makes sense to you, and then that's just what you do. But let's talk to these broker owners that are out here. If you really have a passion for creating opportunities for your agents, if you really care about their family, if you really care about their future and helping them get financially free, why don't you entertain a conversation about what you can do to better the lives of the agents that trust in you, that come to you as their advisor? If you want to provide them or even entertain the idea of providing them with another opportunity that can better their family, better their lives, give them an opportunity to have wealth beyond just transactions, why don't you just have a conversation about it to see if it's something that you could even offer to your agents to make their lives better? That if you love training, we love training. We are a brand new company, still brand new company, and we have some of the top producing agents in Houston, period, with the numbers that we have. So why fight and just talk about it?
the reality is, here's the reality, you guys. As a broker owner of ABC Realty, you have a split structure with your agents and you're taking whatever that amount is. And that goes to the company, which is your company. You are the owner. So when I make these statements like I'm making right now, I get it. Like you're offended because you're like, hey, you're trying to take agents from me, which is going to cut into my money. Correct. You are correct, because your way is not the best way, I believe, for the agent. Now, as long as there's training at one of these cloud-based models, the ones that we've mentioned, better, as good as yours or better, then it's a no-brainer. The best space for the agent is where they can create wealth for their own families, where they can actually have some form of a retirement, where they can be part ownership in something. And crazily is, and that's just reality. Like, so if real estate is innovative, it's always changing. It's changing very fast right now. So your model no longer works. It works for you, broker owner, but it doesn't work for the agent. Why? You're still taking 10 to 15 to 30%, some even 40% from these agents, yet they have no ownership in anything. And they have no ability to create another stream of income other than them going out there and working their faces off to help support you and your family, and they get a piece of it. That's not okay. So here's where I'm going to say for you guys, when you look at the future of real estate, and again, I've been doing this for 23 years. I study this stuff every single freaking day. I'm not a dummy. I'm actually very smart. I wouldn't be in this model if I didn't know it was the way of the future. If I haven't watched and been part of and am part of income producing activities, why would I want to go work my face off and not have any means to create wealth or build multiple streams of income? I have friends, a lot of them in this space, that are earning anywhere from $10 to over $100,000 a month. In fact, several of them are earning several $100,000 per month in this model. You want to tell me that doesn't work? It does work. The owners of ABC Realty they're fearful of this model because they can't duplicate this. They can't try, and you can only duplicate a model so many times before it's watered down and diluted. And in our industry, when you look at the population growth of real estate agents, there was like 2.1 million in the whole United States, or not anymore, because transactions, if you haven't realized, we are on pace to the exact same transaction count that we've done for the last 3 years. And so if you didn't sell anything last year, you may need to look at what you're doing and do something differently if you think things are going to be different for you this year. And with that, I'm going to lean into training, because where this stemmed from over the weekend was some trainings that are going around. And I'm a big believer, like I just said, in trainings. We launch our own trainings. Not only does Realty of America have its own Success Vault, which is online and it's done by top producers. It's everything to get a brand new agent up and running to a seasoned agent back on the move and redoing their business. But we have created our own things right here internally locally, right here inside Houston. One of them being Top Agent Playbook, which we've run for a year now. It's not anything that anyone pays us for. In fact, the only thing we do is bring in a sponsor to provide lunch for the agents, because it's free. It's for all agents across all brokerages. And it's done by me, where I teach listings, which is my specialty. I've been doing it for years. I go on listing appointments every day. I'm still in the trenches. Paul teaches artificial intelligence, and we've pulled Maggie and Amy in that teach what they specialize in, which Amy specializes in investing. That is her thing, especially right now, investing in real estate and flipping and luxury buildings. She's doing that right now. She's pivoting. And then Maggie just sells a crap ton of houses, but she's so militant about her schedule and structure and organization. It's so freaking awesome. And we teach that in a 2-hour window all around Houston for anybody. We not only do that, but we have a Rise and Thrive community every morning at 45 minutes to an hour, teaching live training, market update, role playing, scripts, everything that you need to go talk about, door knocking, whatever we're doing, we're sharing, artificial intelligence, all of that stuff. We also have our annual conference, which is Time to Thrive, and we have events rolling constantly. It's mind-blowing when I hear people angry because I'm being vocal about a better way for the real estate agents.
Yeah.
I'll leave it at that, Paul.
Well, I'll tell you what, I get it. Being part of something means a lot, and it feels really good, right? But I will tell you, from my years in the military, I did a lot of things, and I had a lot of fun, and I got a lot of awards for a lot of things that I did. And you do get disability if you go your entire time, you get a retirement. But the thing that mattered the most to me while I was in was these coins, right? Those are coins that, well, basically, if you do something big, you get awarded a coin by somebody you respect, and it means a lot. And there's like a whole tradition behind it. It's a beautiful thing. It's incredible. But you guys in the real estate world, I mean, there's a lot of memories in these coins, and I can't let them go. But you guys in the real estate space, y'all sell a lot of real estate. You sell a lot of homes. You get these great numbers. You sell 5 million, 10 million, 15, 20 million and home sales, right? And that's a huge accomplishment, because that means that you're running your business like a business and you're focused on helping as many families as you can. But what we're telling you today is you can earn more for all that you've done outside of just a coin. you can earn ownership in a company. You can earn financial freedom for yourself and your family. You can earn that just by doing exactly what you're doing right now, being a top producing real estate agent, growing your mind, surrounding yourselves with like-minded people. And that's all we're saying. Don't allow the end of your real estate career to be wore out and tired and just a bunch of coins. You can have more than just that. So
You know, when I talk about things like this, I talk about things from experience. I am passionate about training people, even when I don't want to, even when I'm irritated, even when agents, and that happens often, stab me in the back, talk crap, all that kind of stuff, because they do, and that will continue to go on. But I still get up every single day and do what I believe I'm called to do, because no one ever did it for me, and I'm determined to help every agent that I can. That's why I go on listing appointments constantly with agents. I run numbers constantly with agents. I do everything I can to help our industry. But when there's a better way out there for the agent, agents are struggling. And if there's a better way and a better community where they're actually trained by people that know what they're talking about, that by people that are in the trenches with them, not somebody that sold homes 10 years ago and maybe, chat GPT to what's working right now or whatever. No, these are live, real trainings put on by live, real people. And I'll tell you this, Eddie Garcia is the founder of Realty of America. Eddie Garcia did not need to create this company. He was already doing what he could have retired. Mark Demas is the president of the company, co-founder. They're best buds, right? They didn't need to create this company. They had a vision. And Eddie said that God gave him this vision that they could build the greatest real estate company in America. And he said to me, he said, this is a company under construction. We're just getting started. Because I asked, like, I want to hear the vision. Like, before we even commit to this, I have to hear, why are you doing this? What is the vision? And he said, I'm looking for people that want to come in for the next 3 to 5 years and help us build the greatest real estate company in America. And it's not going to be easy, and it's going to be a lot of work, and it's going to be stressful and long hours. And we said, you know what? We will. We're in for sure, because what an opportunity to get in on the ground floor of something that you believe in when you know the people behind it are builders, are successful, have a track record, and they're doing it literally not because they have to, because they want to better the lives of real estate agents. That's freaking cool as crap. And should other broker owners of ABC Realty be fearful? You can, if you want to look at it that way, you can be fearful because your model isn't the best model for the agents. It's just not. And the broker owners of ABC Realty that don't have a split, they're just on a transaction model. That's great for you too, if that's how you sustain and pay for your family. Is it the great thing for the agent? No, it's great for some of the agents. Sure. Some that don't sell a lot. But at the end of the day, if you want to have a solid book of business, build a great lifetime or great life you got to have, there is nothing wrong with making money. And the people that shame that should be disgraceful, because the Bible talks about all of it, about being fruitful and prosperous. That's what we're supposed to be, so we can help others live abundant lives, because others need to be blessed as well, and they aren't. And so when you look at this model, I am thankful that we are part of it. We parked ourselves here, and this is where we will stay and build. And for you broker owners that are feeling threatened by it, like come and be, like Paul said, come and be part of this, or just face the reality. And the facts are that you don't have the best model. And I'm not going to be quiet about that. And I'm not going to be like, oh, I just pissed somebody off, because I'm going to piss a lot of people off. And that's okay. I'm not here to be everybody's friend. I really could care less. What I care about is that agents are making the most of their dollars, and that the dollars make sense, and that they're able to take care of their families. And I'm going to train until I die, I'm certain, to make sure that agents aren't left behind.
Yep.
So Paul, what more training that's coming up?
Well, I'll tell you, thanks to Realty of America and the revenue share, we have revenue that allows us the opportunity to get out and train agents, to help agents outside of our brokerage, in our brokerage, around our brokerage, on the moon where we're going. That revenue share allows us to do that. It gives us the freedom to do it. So this Wednesday in Pasadena, we are doing a top agent playbook. However, this one's going to be a little different. This one is actually designed around marketing. So this is going to be our marketing edition top agent playbook. Y'all are about to receive something you guys have never received. And I know for sure I am going to probably piss off a lot of people that have a lot of social media classes because I'm going to show you how to use what you already have. And don't, honestly, you don't have to pay for it, but it's something that you already have that's going to show you exactly what you need to do to get your content seen and get your real estate presence out there using what you already have. So I'm going to say that everybody go ahead and go to thetopagentplaybook.com. Go ahead and register, secure your seat. And my request to all of you guys that want to learn something new that you had in front of you this entire time, but you didn't know it was there. Make sure that your Facebook account and your Instagram account is set to professional. And I'm going to show you something magical that Meta AI already has for you that can absolutely boost you past where you are for free. And we're going to give you lunch.
We are. And it's at this place called the Pumpus House, right? Did I say it right? Pompey House, Pumpus, something like that. I probably didn't say it right. It's not just some random old office building. I don't know. It's Maggie picked it, and it's
Very
supposed to
nice.
be a place on
Very
Fairmont,
nice.
Fairmont Parkway. So we're going. It's 2 hours of your day. You'll eat for free. You can network with us. We're going to go right through. It's all marketing on listings, artificial intelligence, everything to do with whatever Maggie's talking about, which is social media. Because Maggie, if you pay attention to her, which you should be doing, she's amazing at stories. She shares her whole life, which is what you're supposed to be doing. And of course, Amy works a lot with investors, and she's like super deep into building luxury homes right now. So she's going to talk about all that stuff. We will see you guys Wednesday, 11 to 1. For the rest of you agents that have heard about this live that I did yesterday and offended some people, apparently, wasn't trying to offend anybody. All I was trying to do was make facts, make you all understand that there's a better way. There is a better way. And I'm a data junkie. I love data. And I will tell you that in our Rise and Thrive community, which is every morning, our agents that are on with us are leaps and bounds smarter and more educated on what's going on in our industry than probably some that have been in the business 10, 15, 20 years. Why? Because I have been doing this for a long time and I'm obsessed. Like Grant Cardone says, you have to become obsessed with your craft and obsessed with what you do. I am so obsessed that I study this data and I give it to them constantly so that they know when they go out and have conversations with buyers, sellers, and investors, they can be the market expert. They can guide them on how to make the best decision of their life, because maybe it isn't the right time for you to sell. Maybe it isn't the right time for you to buy. Maybe you shouldn't be trying to flip homes right now. All these things matter. And if you don't have a clue what you're talking about, you're not going to be around in this industry for much longer. Things are happening super fast. So I'll leave it at that. Like, I am here to make a difference every single day. I believe I can change the world one person at a time, one day at a time. Right, Paul?
It's seance, baby.
What's that?
It's one of my favorite ones.
But what is it? What was it?
The Engineer Corps awarded for excellence.
Very cool.
Seance, everybody. Stay focused. Don't get distracted. Oh, location. The location is Pasadena. Just go to thetopagentplaybook.com. I'm gonna go ahead and drop that.
I know it's on Fairmont Parkway and it's Pompous House. Ompous, I think. We have not been there. I think Maggie has. It's in Maggie's neck of the woods. So Maggie is one of our dear friends and partners. She is in the southern region, so like southeast, Pasadena, Crosby, all that stuff down there. So when we do Top Agent Playbook, like I said, we've done it for a year now. We rotate around the city. So Paul and I are on the west side, Katy, Fulshire, Richmond, everything west Houston, you name it, Cypress, like everything west. And then Amy is north. So Amy's in the Woodlands, Conroe, everything north that way. Spring, like whatever's north, that's Amy's neck of the woods. So we have this like triangle that we service. And so we rotate throughout the triangle. Oh, hey, one more thing. There's a boot camp that we do, and it's called Thrive Week. A lot of you people have attended it. It's free, another free thing that we created. I knew I was forgetting something. It's another free thing that we've created. And it's also, have we done it for 2 years now?
2 years.
We haven't done one though in months. So we're due for one. So we're doing it. It's in May. So we aren't going to launch it yet until after Top Agent Playbook, but it'll be in a central location where we've done it before, which is over there in the 610-290 area. We have an office there because that's one of our many offices that Realty America has. Yep. It's a beautiful office space. And we're going to do what we call Thrive Week. It is a boot camp. It's typically a 5-day structure. We may trim it to 4 days. But it's going to be something for you guys because the hours on it, we usually do it from like 9 to 4, but we're changing the hours up. It's probably going to be 10 to 4 because we have to travel from our location and we do a morning community. So we have a lot on our plates, but that's another thing that we do to help agents from any brokerage. And during Thrive Week, it's for new agents. It's for seasoned agents. It's all things real estate crammed into a 4 or 5 week session in person.
5 day.
Yeah. What'd you say?
5 day. You said week. It is about 5 weeks worth of content, but we do it 4 to 5 days.
Yes.
We go over fundamentals of real estate, working with buyers, working open houses the correct way, working with sellers, goal setting, artificial intelligence, structuring your business to make sense, to automate things, but don't automate yourself out. We literally have an entire website dedicated to it. We have manuals. There's homework associated. Every person that has come to any one of our Thrive Weeks, well, the majority of them. Now, I will say this: massive action equals massive results. So if you come to a Thrive Week of ours and you do the homework, you follow the massive action, every single person that has ever followed the massive action from any Thrive Week we have ever done has put 2 to 3 people under contract within a month from doing that time to thrive, that Thrive Week. So it is proven and repeatable, backed by market research.
So you guys, we'll launch that probably next week once we get through Top Agent Playbook this week. So we have a lot that we do. And again, like this is stuff that we don't get. We're not on a salary. Look, I sell houses.
Takes care of that.
We don't make enough revenue share to cover all that yet. We're new, but I still sell houses. Okay. So don't ever let anyone ever tell you I sit back and I lie. I sell freaking houses, and I will probably sell houses forever because there's a lot of money in selling houses. So watch for Thrive Week. It's coming. It will be in May, likely the second week of May, as long as we get the right location pinned down. And come to Top Agent Playbook because we're going to train you in what's working right now to help you grow your business for free.
Absolutely. For free.
Yep.
2 hours of your day where you're going to leave or you're going to walk away wealthy. You are going to leave this Top Agent Playbook with actual steps that you can implement that day to change your business for the better.
I'll leave you broker owners with this final thing, not to irritate you and make you any madder than you already are, but I had my own brokerage just like you do. So I understand your fear and your concerns. And the people that invited me to EXP and showed me the way, they said to me, Tricia, like you can continue doing what you're doing. You have your own independent brokerage. You have 50 agents. You're doing great. You've only been in business a short time. You're growing really fast, but eventually they'll all leave you. They'll all leave you for this model because it's a better way. What you have here is Blockbuster, and what we're building is Netflix. You decide. Eventually you're going to last man standing, just like there's one little Blockbuster remaining. And that was like an eye-opening moment for me. I was like, oh, hell no, I'm not going to be last man standing. So
you know what?
Don't be pissed. Come talk about it.
Yeah, don't be pissed. I will tell you something. I thought about that the other day because when I first met Tricia, that's what I heard all the time. It's Blockbuster, and this is Netflix. I can remember the days as a kid walking into Blockbuster. That feeling was so overwhelming. You literally, you were just in awe. Like the whole space, everything just made you feel so great. It made you feel like you could do whatever you wanted to. And then when you actually got into the Blockbuster and you were looking at all these games and these movies that you wanted to watch, there was a dollar amount associated with all those, and you couldn't get all of them. You couldn't get them all, and you couldn't get it when you wanted it, and you had to rewind it and everything. But then this thing came around called Netflix, and now
First
you
it was
have,
Redbox. Remember the Redbox?
oh yeah, you have the red box too, but the red box didn't have that same feel like walking into the Blockbuster. But now you have this thing called Netflix, to where it's the same concept as a Blockbuster, and you get it from the comfort of your home, and you get to experience whatever you want to. You can watch whatever you want to, however many movies. There's not a dollar amount on each one. There's a monthly subscription that's associated with it. I get it. That feeling of that beautiful thing that you created, which is your brokerage, that is amazing. You did something amazing. You do not take that from yourself. Do not make yourself feel like what you created is less than, because it's not. It's a beautiful experience. It's something that you made, and you made something great. But hear us out. You have an opportunity to take what you made great, that independent brokerage that you made. You have an opportunity to make it even greater, to expand your reach, to reach more people, to assist more people, to change more lives. Keep that same Blockbuster taste and feel and charm, and elevate it. Because in this time, you hear all the time about AI taking people's jobs and all that stuff. Use this as an opportunity to take everything that you built and expand it, blow it into outer space, become something different, change the lives of your family as well as those people that depend on you. Let's have a conversation.
You real estate agents, we'll see you Wednesday, 11 to 1, thetopagentplaybook.com. Have an awesome day today. Go sell some houses.
Peace
Bye,
out.
y'all.